Hey there folks, John aka Biddy Kong here, and I just want to do a really quick video about some of the pickups that I got on a recent trip to Florida. Now, I've got a couple of flea market, retro gaming, kind of hunting videos coming down the pike here in the next week or so. But I just want to go ahead, I got back from Florida, and I just wanted to go ahead and say, you know what, I actually had some really good luck, and I just wanted to show off a couple of things that I got real quick. So real quick, we're just going to go through the games, and then I'll get to the big thing. First, I got to go to a flea market, which was a massive flea market, just like absolutely huge, like the size of like a normal like shopping mall, like that big. And there was like 5 different video game places there. There weren't a whole lot of places with great deals, but I was able to get a couple of good deals from some of the little independent, just like single table sellers there. So real quick, I was just gonna say I got Bad Dudes, which is not honestly that great of a game, but that's a nostalgia thing for me. And I got that for like $5 from a guy who was just running his own little store. And then I got a couple that I've been looking for a while for good prices, and I finally was able to get them for good prices. First of all, I got Faxanadu for $5, which totally was worth it. I think it actually, the sticker said $6, but I talked him down to $5. Totally worth it. Been meaning to pick up a good copy of this game. Yeah, so we'll see if it works, but you know, flea market pickup and all that. But been meaning to pick up a good copy of this game. This one looks like it's in great shape. And then I also picked up Shadowgate. Been meaning to pick up a good copy of this one. I was able to talk him down because this one had a little bit of a rattle in it. I've already fixed it. One of the screws back here was just a little bit loose, so not a big deal. But I finally have Shadowgate, and I'm actually really excited about that because I've been looking for this one for a while. Again, really good price. I think I got it for like $6 or something. You can watch the actual video about the flea market itself with all the footage to know for sure. And then I went to a retro store, which is actually one of my favorite retro stores that I think I've ever been to, called 8-Bit Hall of Fame. Now, I got a ton of, well, first of all, I got 3 games. I got Mighty Bomb Jack, which I've been meaning to get for a while. This is the most expensive one, but it was a good label copy, and I think I paid like $8 for it. Not too bad. And then I've almost picked up Wrath of the Black Mana like 8 times, and I always put it back because I always see something more rare or valuable or whatever. And this one was $5, and that's a decent price for this one. And then they were also doing, I got this out of the clearance section actually, and so they gave me another clearance item free, so I just went ahead and picked up Stealth, which is a horrible game, by the way. It's really not good. It's not good at all, but it was free, and it fills a hole on the shelf, and I had all the other stuff in their clearance section, so, yeah, it's an Activision game, but it's a stinker. But honestly, one of the biggest things that I was excited about from this store was the fact that they sold manuals. Now, if you want to see what manuals I got, you can go ahead and just check out the actual video on 8-Bit Hall of Fame when it goes live later this week. But that said, I was able to complete 6 games that I actually only had the game in the box for because I got these manuals. Now, I know that usually, technically speaking, you gotta have the warranty card and the posters and all that other stuff to consider a game complete, and I actually consider a game complete that way as well. But for me, for my purposes, just for my collection, the game, the box, the manual, that's enough for me for most things. So I was able to complete 6 games that way, one of which I can actually just pull out for you real quick. I've got one of my favorites from childhood, Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Before, had the box, had the game, didn't have the manual, so now I do. So that's pretty cool. But the real reason that I wanted to make this video, that I was really excited, so excited when I got back, that I just had to make a video about the pickups that I got in Florida, is because I found some amazing stuff at a thrift store of all places. Now, thrift stores usually, you go in and, you know, you find absolutely nothing. It's all just junk. And, you know, if you go thrifting, whatever, you know that 9 times out of 10 you're gonna strike out. But that one time that you make it well, it's gonna work out, and you're gonna be really glad you went in that store. Well, I had one of those times. I went in this little thrift store that had, you know, just crap stacked to the ceiling, just like no rhyme or reason, no real order to it. And I was back in the board game section, and something caught my eye, and that was this. The vanilla World of Warcraft Collector's Edition. Now, unfortunately, before you get too excited, this is just the box. But I paid $8 for the box. Well, actually, no, I didn't pay $8. Everything was half price, so I paid $4 for the box. And normally, the box goes for roughly $50 to $60 on eBay. Which is pretty sweet. And the interesting thing is, I have all the other stuff that goes in here. I just never was able to get a box to go with it. So now I have the complete thing, which is awesome. So that's really cool. But the other thing that I found, and this is a little bit more niche, and I'm not sure that a lot of people think this is quite as cool. And I know that none of this is retro, but that's okay. They must have rated, some BlizzCon fan must have returned or sold this place a bunch of his stuff. Because, let me just put this back in here real quick so I can bring it out in its full glory, right? I found, sitting right next to the World of Warcraft, this in-box version of a BlizzCon exclusive. Now, that means that it was only sold at BlizzCon, and in this case, BlizzCon 2009. And this is an in-box Raynor figure from StarCraft. So the box is kind of mangled, but, you know, I found it in a thrift store. I'm not going to complain too much. And there he is. And I will go ahead and just take him out of the box. And this guy's in really good shape. The box obviously is a little bit mangled. This guy, though, you know, there's really nothing wrong with him at all. And this thing in box usually goes, well, when the box is in good shape, usually goes for between $40 and $60 online. So all sold... oh, and I paid $5 for him. So he's going to go on my desk somewhere. But all told, I paid $9 for stuff in there. And the stuff that I got was worth roughly $100. So I was actually really happy with those purchases. And the thing is, you go in a thrift store and you actually, you know, you might find something really cool. Because there's nobody but a select small number of people that would have actually known what I was looking at right there. And she said that she had had that stuff sitting on that shelf for months and nobody had come in because nobody knew what they were looking for. So go to thrift stores. You might luck out. You never know. But anyways, that'll about do it for me. And that's really all this video is. It's just to say, hey, you know what? You can get some really good deals if you look in some really unlikely places. So I was just really excited to share that stuff. So that's about it. There's really not much else to this video. But if you liked it, go ahead and mash that like button. And don't forget to subscribe. That would be awesome. I would really appreciate it. And we got some other stuff coming down the line. You know, retro restoration videos, let's plays, that sort of thing. So keep an eye on the channel, and I will see you guys next time.